everything is available to review.
Yep, absolutely.
So none of this crap happens again. So
that's the way I see it.
Should be.
Yeah.
You
so
know,
this is Patreon. We should probably have some more people be jumping in anytime. Until we do, I'm going to go ahead and drop my Colts Law overlay on here. Bam.
Okay. There you go.
We get another person, I'll get rid of the overlay. But for now, it is what it is. Patreon. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, we have this. We come in, we talk. Patreon people, we all just talk about whatever the heck is on our minds at the time. This is a public stream so that YouTube can see what these are every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And should have some more Patreon guys come in. Usually I have 3 or 4. We'll see what happens today. Right out the gate, Tom here immediately was like, so what'd you think of that Browns game? Oh my goodness.
Wow. That is the most disappointed I've been after a game for a long, long time.
I was, you know what? The Rams game, at the end of it, overtime, I wasn't upset. I was like, you know what? The fact that they even came back is an amazing
thing.
Right.
They impressed me because they fought and fought and fought and came back and had a chance to win.
Jacksonville, I was pissed because I was like, if we didn't have those 4 turnovers, we won this game easily.
Right.
And then obviously in the game against the Cleveland, Myles Garrett won that game for them. Period. End of discussion.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's responsible for at minimum 17 points
in
that game. So and it's not like he only ripped the Colts. He's been ripping everybody all year.
Oh, right? He's the best defender in the league. No question.
He did that shit to Trent Williams all week, all game the week before,
Right.
So I mean, if he's doing that to Trent Williams, what do you think he's gonna? We think he's gonna do a rookie and a second year guy, right? I mean,
exactly. So I'm so they played better than I thought they were going to play. Like you said, I thought they were going to lose by at least 2 touchdowns.
Me too, especially when I saw Deshaun Watson was coming back.
Well, I'm telling you what, Deshaun Watson is the biggest disappointment for any NFL quarterback.
He can't stay healthy.
Well, it's almost hurt. I'm sorry, but my feeling when I watched that and I saw him, and to me it looked like he could have got a concussion when he hit the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but then
that's why they took him out
and they cleared him.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was almost like, oh, wait a minute, my shoulder hurts. I want to sit out. Well, actually, if he thinks he's not going to play well, he doesn't want to be in there. He's a diva.
I don't know. I got to give him more time. Last year, I can't really, a lot of rust last year, 2 years out of the league. I get that. Understand this year, he hasn't been in long enough. I need more time to look at him. Good question by Deep here. Do the Saints have a good run defense like years past? No.
Good.
No, they have one of the worst defensive lines in football. I think they're like 3rd in the NFL and like least in the sacks department, in pressures, in tackles for losses. They're bottom 5 in almost every defensive line category there is. So no.
Good.
But I looked at that film when it came out Monday, the All 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched that film and I was like, man, if it wasn't for those turnovers, we win by at least 20. At least. I mean, we blow them out. And we score 50, maybe 60 points in that game.
If Myles Garrett doesn't block that field goal, I mean, there's another 7.
That's game all by itself.
Right. Right.
Strip sack in the end zone.
Right.
That's game.
Yep.
Another strip sack which led to a field goal. That's game. I mean, Myles Garrett was responsible for a lot, but that interception by Ward, that was all Ward. That was gorgeous, man. I was
Yep.
looking at that tape. I was looking at that, and I was like, he couldn't have placed that any better of a ball. You know,
Right.
Ward broke on it early, fast, and got that pick. You know, and you just sometimes the other team just makes a damn good play.
Right.
You know, so
you know what though? You know, you talk about that strip sack in the end zone.
the field goal block only gave them 3 points.
Right. We
Took
lost
away
by
3
point.
points from us. That's a 6-point swing. That's a game.
We only lost by a
You know,
point.
we only lost by 1. So,
what do
and
you
that's
think?
after they got a freebie touchdown because, you know, the penalties that were called back.
Let me ask you something.
That were
Lawrence.
called, not called back, but called.
The strip sack in the end zone. That was the series after Thomas got the interception, right? Down by on the like a 2-yard line when he picked it off.
I think so. I don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure.
If it is, and I
blur.
think it is, because I remember saying it's like, damn, I wish he would have just batted the ball down instead of picking it.
Yeah.
You know, because
I mean,
I know, but it's like you hate seeing him backed up because you know, look what happened.
Why did we pass out of the end zone anyhow?
Well, Steichen took blame for that.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. And that's what I think I love about him. If you know, he's a rookie head coach. People got to remember he's learning too. And he took full blame for that. He's like, that was my fault. I shouldn't have called that. I thought that we could, you know, get something deep over, out of there where they'd be playing up close, and it didn't work. So.
No, I was saying that the block field goal was a 6-point swing, right? Because it was a field goal in our favor to a field goal in their favor.
Right.
And then the strip sack in the end zone was a 7 points. And then another 3 points on a strip sack they got 4 yards. They went 3 plays, 4 yards, kicked a field goal, right? On the other strip sack. So, you know, it is what it is.
Think about it though. Our defense, we gave up 39 points, but our defense played their butts off.
Oh, they did.
I mean, did you seriously, when they were down, when they gave them the ball at the 1-yard line, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way they're not, first, second, third down, they stopped them.
They only had 2 drives. Drives that went over 40 yards. Went over 38 yards.
Yeah.
Only 2 drives. The first one and their last one.
Right.
Those are the only 2 drives. And guess what? Both of them had big plays. They had that 67-yard run on the first drive, and on the second drive, that was that catch by zone defense, right?
Cooper.
Right there on the side.
By Cooper.
And, it is what it is, but in between there, the Colts held them to under 37 yards every drive. A lot of them were 3 and outs. Colts defense did a fine job in that game.
Yes, they
fine
did.
Job.
Yes,
they allowed 4 of 15 or 16 on third down conversion, and they gave up only 4.4 yards per play. That's fan freaking tastic. Yeah, right here. Basil giving up 25% on third down efficiency is a stat I'll take all year, win or lose. You absolutely 100%.
Well, and you flip that because that's what the Browns defense is averaging on their side, and they're number 1 in the league.
Yeah.
We destroyed
and we've done that 2 games in a row. We did the same thing to Jacksonville the week before.
Right. We destroyed that. They didn't look, you take Garrett off that team. Oh my God. That would have been a Miami Dolphin Denver Broncos score.
Right. How are we feeling about Saints secondary is pretty decent. Their pass rush sucks horribly. Their secondary is pretty good. They got a good passing attack too. All right. The biggest killer, in my opinion, with the Saints, and it's something that we're going to have to do a lot of practicing against, is Taysom Hill. All right. Because he can line up and do anything, anywhere on that, field. And Taysom's been doing a good job this year too, So, and then of course, they have the former Raiders quarterback that, has a history of
Against
eating our
us.
zone defense up alive, right?
Well, we'll just have to break his leg, and then
We'll see what
like
happens
we
with
did
Chris
before.
Olave, though.
Yep, Mister Get Arrested. Yep.
Mr. Let's do 70 and a 35.
Oh, he'll play. He'll play.
We'll see. I mean, without Chris, then that Saints offense is very, very, very much less than what they are with him.
Is Thomas still playing for them? I don't even know. Is he still
Thomas?
That receiver?
Michael
Thomas. Yeah, is he still playing for them?
I think so.
I thought so too. He hadn't done anything this year that I know of.
Right now, let's see here. He is not doing 40, 45, 65, 53, 50, 55, 61. That's the number of yards he's had in every game so far this season.
Okay. So, yeah, he's not.
And Olave. Michael Thomas has become the number 2 receiver behind Olave.
Okay. Well, he has.
Like I was saying, Basil, their secondary's decent. They're better. Their secondary is better than their front 7. Okay. But no, they are nowhere near the Browns. Nowhere near the Browns. What's going on, Matt?
How you doing, brother?
What's up, Matt? Good to see you.
Hey, good to see all of you, man. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
I don't think he's on IR. Hold on.
Who's that?
Olave.
I thought I saw him. Are you guys playing him this week?
Yeah, we played Saints.
I saw him play last week. I thought. I don't know if he finished the game, but I thought I saw him play last.
He played against Jacksonville.
Yeah, he played against Jacksonville.
Yeah. So far this year, he's the number 1 target. All right.
He is
over 100 yards a couple times.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah, absolutely.
Close to 100 yards a couple times.
And they do very well.
More than Michael Thomas.
They do very well throwing in that double quarterback, kind of doing that wildcat thing a little bit. It's something similar, but not exactly. They do very well running that double quarterback.
But we'll see what happens with Olave. He might get a suspension for drug because of what the things
what did
like
he do?
drugs and stuff like that. The speeding thing that happened. He was doing reckless driving, 15 miles or 35 miles over the speed limit. Right?
Was that today?
No, that was a couple days ago.
Okay.
So we'll see if the Saints or if the NFL suspends him for what he did. I don't know because they've been cracking down on stuff. The NFL's been cracking down on stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you
got that's reckless endangerment, not only to himself but those around him.
Right. It's not 10 or 20 over on the speed limit while you're sober.
That doesn't reflect well on the NFL. So
yeah.
Well, the NFL.
Not that I want to use that as an excuse to get Olave off the field. I would love to play.
No, I want every team's best, but
exactly.
there is a come time when if you drink or if you do something wrong, you
got to pay the consequences.
You got to pay the consequences. You make your bed, you got to lie in it.
Yep.
Well, tell that to the refs in the Cleveland game. Yeah, they don't have to pay any.
I'm sorry, brother, but my game was on then, and I do apologize for the thing. I did watch the end of the game.
I am not going to be upset. You finally got to watch your team beat the holy crap out of the Bills.
I know we had 4 losses or 3 losses in a row. 2 of them were 30 points.
The Patriots have been having, and then you go out there and smack the Bills around.
The only time that we had was a win was the Jets. I'm like, dude, we've had the Jets since back in 2007. I don't give a shit about the Jets. I know. And now we finally beat the Jets. We finally beat the Bills straight up since Brady. I mean, come on, man.
and the Jets, I mean, without Aaron Rodgers, the Jets have made a game out of every single game.
They have. No, the Jets have been playing. I'll give you that. I will give you that, Lawrence. The Jets have been playing. The Jets beat the Bills. The Jets beat Miami.
They damn near beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. They got a good defense.
Yeah, they do. I can't believe San Francisco lost again. Maybe they're not as tough as everybody was talking about.
Well, here it is. Here it is. The Jets. We're the Jets' kryptonite. The same way Miami is kind of our kryptonite in a way.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just it. We have a
The
tough
way the
time playing
Jaguars
Miami.
are with the Colts. It is
Yeah,
what
it is. It is. Every team has got a team who knows them inside and out and who can play them. I mean, even Brady. When Brady played for us, he still had a problem with Miami. It's just the way it is. Everybody has a problem with a team. You're going to get their best game no matter who the coach is, no matter who the quarterback is. You're going to get their best game.
That's what I'm understanding, Daniel, is that there should be a decision on whether or not any kind of fines or suspension will drop by Friday on Chris Olave.
Yeah.
Chaz wants to know, is Purdy still that guy? Yes. Come on. All this national media stuff, that's just them trying to get clicks. All right. Purdy still looked good in that game. All right. Outside of 2 throws. All right. Granted, he led the guy too far on 2 throws, which got intercepted. But outside of that, he looked fine. It is what it is, you know. I think Purdy's been perfectly okay this year. Perfectly
he's been more than.
He's been more than fine, dude. He's been stepping up in the pocket. He's been doing very well. He's been making good plays down the
talking MVP.
Right. Yeah. I thought he had a great game the other night. I mean, I was watching it. It's just that your whole team has to make have a good game, not just the quarterback.
Yeah. But so there was, I mean, last week was just a shocking, just absolutely shocking. 4 1-win teams won.
Yeah.
Big upsets across the board. The only 1-win team that did not win, the Cardinals, which I'm like, oh hell yeah, you know, because I don't like the Cardinals.
Oh, I thought. Well, the Carolina didn't win. Also, don't forget about Carolina.
Carolina didn't play. They had a bye week.
They had the bye. They had the bye. That's right.
So
That's right. That's right.
They won because
they won because everybody else separated from them.
Well, they're still 0-6 regardless.
They didn't get a loss last week.
You know that they want that number 1 wide receiver or that number 1 defensive players and all that kind of jazz. You know, they're looking for that great season that they're having.
I think they're going to get a new head coach next year is what they're going to do.
This is an interim head coach. This is an interim head coach.
Exactly.
This is an interim. Come on. You know, Lawrence. Lawrence. You know that this is an interim head coach.
I think
maybe a Detroit's offensive coordinator looking good. You know,
that game right there was nuts.
Baltimore,
the Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions game. Raiders. Yeah, I saw that. I saw a little bit of that.
Half their guys back off of freaking the injury report. And all of a sudden, Lamar Jackson looks like freaking Randall Cunningham sitting in the pocket.
He does, doesn't he, man? That new coordinator they have on Baltimore has gotten him looking good. He had four passing touchdowns in that game. That's insane. He usually never gets.
He looked good.
He looks good. He's looking good this whole season.
The only time he took off was when he needed to.
That's what I'm talking about. He's looking good.
Fail under pressure and take off running. A lot of times he ran just to extend the play to throw the ball downfield. You know, and I was
people are saying like Mahomes for MVP. I think he is on the top right now for MVP just Lamar, because of what he's doing in pushing the team. He's winning. He's getting these passing touchdowns. He's not running. I think he's up there for MVP. I think just because of how he's improved his game.
And he didn't look that good against us.
Keep my voice down. I just heard about 6 consecutive gunshots out my window.
Oh, that's Hey,
that's not good.
It's early. New Year.
Lamar didn't look that good.
Okay,
against
Scott.
us.
What's up, Scott? All right, so the Bengals are that team. Every year they do this. They start off 0-3, and then they start winning. They did that last year too.
Yeah.
Started off 0-3.
They're not tanking for a receiver.
They're
not tanking for a receiver. They're not tanking for a receiver. No.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
They don't need one of the top 3 receivers.
They
anyhow.
have 3 number 1 receivers. They don't need to go get another one just because they're going to release
at the
one.
end of the season. They're going to have to let one of them
They're
go.
going to let one of them go. Yes, I keep telling my friend. He keeps thinking that they're going to keep the 3 receivers and let the number 2 go. I'm like, no, they're going to keep 2 receivers and keep the number 2 receiver and let one of the number 1s go. Yeah, you can't pay your quarterback that kind of money and keep all 3 number 1s. It doesn't work that way.
No,
it does not work. The money don't work that way. You can try and get some draft pick out of them. I mean, but try is
I would, you know what? I would rather have their number 3 receiver over their number 2.
He's not bad. You know what? He's not bad. Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Not bad.
You don't want T. Higgins?
No.
I'd
take Tyler Boyd over T. Higgins.
Yeah.
We already have we already have T. Higgins style receivers. I want a Tyler Boyd. I mean,
yeah, but I don't.
Get me wrong. If you want to give me Chase, I'll take Chase.
Here it is.
I mean, I'm not greedy. Yeah,
here it is. Lawrence, my team does it. I want T. Higgins.
Well, T. Higgins would do your team well, but we have a T. Higgins type style wide receiver.
Yeah, but I need a boundary. I need a boundary kind of T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but give me a Tyler Boyd. I mean, if you
you guys would do well with Tyler Boyd. Oh, absolutely. You guys would do well with him. Absolutely.
But I mean, if you want to give me Chase, I'll take Chase. I mean,
oh hell yeah,
dude!
I don't know anybody who would not want him. Okay, they already got him. They're already going to lock him down probably this next year.
Deep. I'm talking about Jamar, not Chase Young. I'll take Chase Young too if you want to give me Chase Young.
Yeah. Right.
Let's Chase in his name. I'll take him. All right.
Let's pump the brakes here. We know what the Colts do. They don't do any of this kind of stuff, so none of it's going to.
Either does the Patriots. Either does the Patriots. But I just have a feeling that
the thing about
we have 96 million.
I've noticed, and I've said ever since training camp about the Colts. The Colts have every style of player on the team. We have a speed runner and a power runner.
Right.
We have a big, strong 50-50 receiver. We have a fast receiver, deep threat, and we have a slot guy that's kind of twitchy. Right. That's all 3 types of freaking receivers that we have.
We got a slot guy who can switch back and forth, man. We
got tight ends that are giants that can reach over everybody, and we got tight ends that are speedy as hell, that can catch the football, and we got tight ends that can block. Right, we got every style of skill position, and it's taken literally like 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks before all of them started to like come into their own and start looking pretty good. Even Alec Pierce is starting to look good the last couple weeks, right?
Yeah, about time.
And the only issue we have right now is we need to put some stickum.
Oh yeah, get out the can of stickum. Get out the can of stickum.
All right, he don't even need to throw it. Screw it. He can run the football. He proved he could run the football last game.
That was scary. Yeah, Gardner, you don't need to do your AR impersonation out there.
No, I said that weeks ago that, that Shane Steichen is going to, no matter what quarterback is back there that we have, he's going to have plays where the quarterback can run.
Okay. Then it's a good thing that Shane was not our coach last year, because Matt Ryan was not going to do that.
All 3 of our quarterbacks this year actually have a little bit of movement ability, right?
Movement ability, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Between last year and this year, the guy who has the quarterback that has the longest run,
Matt Ryan.
It's Matt Ryan.
Is Matt Ryan?
We had Gardner Minshew and Anthony Richardson both this year, and so far Matt Ryan has the longest run of the last 2 years.
How long is it? How long is Matt Ryan's run?
39 yards.
39 yards.
Yeah, 39 yards.
No shit.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
So do we make any moves before the trade deadline?
No.
I wouldn't.
If we do, it'll be one of those guys that is a 6th or 7th round pick. But
Yeah.
I know that Colts fans and media, local media, and guys who like to write out articles want to be like, these are the top guys that, but it's every year. Every year.
It's usually
and Ballard never gives
the
up
teams.
first,
The teams
second,
who go after
third,
that are the
fourth,
teams who
fifth
are making a
during
playoff
the
run.
season.
Yeah.
If he were to trade away a player, I would think it would either come from the tight end group or the safeties group.
The teams that usually make a
I
big
would
move.
say it would either be a tight end or it would be Zach Moss.
But yeah,
we're not paying Zach Moss at the end of this year. I'll guarantee it.
Oh, no.
We're losing Zach Moss at the end of the year. So if he's going to trade somebody that needs a good running back right now. Zach's proven he can be a good running back. You might be able to get a 4th or a 5th out of him.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Well, they need to sign Gardner right now for.
Oh yeah, you damn right.
CMC was the splash last. CMC was the splash last year.
Yeah,
that went to the Niners because they needed that extra oomph for the playoff run.
Yeah,
and it almost worked.
Also, just so that people in the live chat can settle down. I'm not saying I want to trade Zach Moss.
Yeah,
I would much rather have the 1-2 combo hit this year with Zach Moss, Jonathan Taylor.
Absolutely.
I'm saying Zach Moss right now has trade value. That's what I'm saying. Of our entire roster, Zach Moss,
he has the best trade value.
Mo Alley Cox, because Cox is showing his ability. But I doubt with the way Mo Alley Cox has been blocking fantastic this year. All right.
If Jelani was back, if Jelani was healthy and still playing, might be different.
Maybe, but Jelani can't block that well.
No.
Right. I mean, Jelani and Will Mallory, not good blockers. Drew Ogletree, Kylan Granson, Mo Alley Cox, they can block. Right. So, and I don't want to get rid of Kylan Granson because he is our big play freaking tight end. All right. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get rid of Drew Ogletree because he is very similar to Kylan Granson in the aspects that he could do just about everything on the field. He's not as fast as Kylan, but he's a bigger target,
Let me ask you this. I heard somebody bring this up a couple days ago, and this is a hard one. Would you listen or contemplate trading Shaq to another team right now? And get rid of that contract and
that's a tough
ship him somewhere else. I would, because I don't think he's ever going to play like he used to.
I would
just don't.
If the compensation was,
if the compensation's got to be right, the compensation's got to be right. I don't mean
it has to be at least a 2nd round pick.
At least a 2nd round,
Yep. Or you trade him for another player.
Look, the last 2 weeks, Shaquille Leonard's played better. Like, he's looking better. He's being aggressive, but his tag looks like he's starting to trust in himself more.
Right.
He's not going to get hurt, right? Because like I said weeks ago, I thought Leonard was playing scared. Looked like he was playing scared. He looks like he's playing less scared now than what he was, 5 weeks ago. So I think that when he got benched, right, and our rookie special teamer come in and played the way that Leonard used to play. He didn't make the big play. He wasn't doing what Leonard always did and, make, splash plays and turnovers and stuff, but he was playing with a reckless abandon, and diving in and that kind of stuff. I think that fired Leonard up a little bit and gave him a little bit more, juice. So hopefully that continues to snowball in a positive effect for Leonard, because I'd love to have Leonard back the way he was 3 years ago.
Me too. And don't get me wrong. I wasn't suggesting.
Oh no, I know you would. But we'd have the best front 7 in football.
Oh yeah. Right. If he played like he did in 2019, something like that, 2020, different story. But he just hasn't looked the same. And I understand. Trust me, I've had back surgery. I know that thought, when the doctor tells you, well, a little slip here, a little something there, you're paralyzed and never walk again. It gets to your mind, and I understand. He's probably thinking that every time he gets hit, that something's gonna, give. So
it's not only that his muscles could still be tight. Sometimes it can take a while for those muscles to loosen up if they're tight.
But yeah, if we get the turnover machine back at all, with EJ Speed on one side and Zaire Franklin, playing the way he's playing, and the defensive line. I mean, I thought the defensive line played perfectly fine against Cleveland without Grover Stewart.
Yeah,
we get Grover Stewart back in 5 weeks. I thought Taven.
I didn't say that after that
played pretty darn good.
I didn't say that after that first touchdown run of 60-some yards. I'm like, oh, we need Grover.
That had nothing to do with Grover, though. It was outside the tackle box, that it was a stretch play, and that was just a well blocked stretch play for them, and one barely missed tackle.
Right.
I mean, that would have been a tough tackle to make. That was broken, and man, that was just a damn well executed run. All right.
I can't believe Grover did that, though. God.
I don't know if it was the way. Okay, so here's the thing, and this is kind of interesting to me, is the way Shane Steichen, the day after, when he was addressing the media over that, and they were asking questions about Grover over and over and over and over. And he's like, look, I stand behind Grover. Great dude. Everyone in the locker room has his back in this. All the coaches have his back on this. The owner has his back on this. I have his back on this.
Right.
Which tells me it wasn't intentional.
No, he just took something that had something.
As long as it wasn't intentional,
right,
then I don't have an issue with it.
No.
It's kind of like, what happened, about 7 years ago with Robert Mathis?
Right.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. The season that he was playing lights out and going to be the defensive MVP and all this. And he was playing well.
All right. Oh,
I just didn't know if you thought we'd do something by the deadline or not. If
it is, it'll be something small. I mean, they're picking guys up off like practice squads and stuff like that right now.
Well, they do that.
But I don't see them making any kind of splash plays. Not with the offense playing the way they are, and frankly, the offense and defense the last few weeks has played very well. The only issue that we've had is turnovers, right? And I hear people say, "Oh, well, why don't we go trade for a quarterback? Why don't we go get Kirk Cousins or something?" Dude, it's too late in the season to do that, right? A quarterback a quarterback has to learn so much, right? The entire playbook. Got to learn how the
plus is on a big contract.
How the receivers like the football. That's what an off season is for. Those 3 months during the off season is for a quarterback to get in sync with the rest of his team, right? And you ain't doing that just walking in, right? Backups that's already been on the team, that's fine. You've been practicing with them. Maybe not with the starters, but you've learned the playbook, you've learned the scheme, and the guys that you are practicing with have been practicing the same scheme and all that stuff too. So you got a head start as opposed to someone new coming in, 8 weeks in. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Right. I see that comment.
I'm not upset about Michael Pittman Jr. either.
No, I heard did you see his thing today?
Yeah.
Yeah. That he just kind of lost his head. And
he says, I'm a competitive guy.
I'm a poor loser.
And I'm a poor loser. And he says, I understand that I am a wanted guy. I lead the team in targets. I get that they, all that. He's like, he said he shouldn't have said what he said. It was just the heat of the moment, and he didn't mean for it to come out like that, So, but yeah, Greg Doyle just needs to
what did he say?
Fall off the side of the earth, man, because Greg Doyle is I have never seen any quote unquote media guy ask questions in an accusational tone the way he does.
What did he say? What did he do this time?
Today's presser, he was wearing a Crucial Catch shirt. The Shane Steichen was.
Yeah.
Is that a rainbow on your shirt there?
He said that?
Do you support, and he's like, it's Crucial Catch. Which, if everyone knows, Crucial Catch supports cancer of all kinds, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's a cancer month. Yeah. That's why I keep telling everybody all this things. They're not rainbows. They're different cancer. They're different cancers. They're all the different colors of the different cancers.
And Doyle was like, oh well, as long as you support anything with rainbows, I'm good with it. Is what Doyle said.
Yeah, come on, man. What an ass. He's trying to get out of it.
Doyle's an activist, pretending to be media.
Yes, he is.
Exactly.
He shouldn't have his credentials any longer, but he does.
It's sports media, dude. You need to go find a different kind of journalism if that's where you want to go.
Right.
Absolutely.
It has zero fit in sports.
No one cares about it.
Nope. We're here to ask.
We're here to get away from that. We're here to get away from that to come to sports.
Yeah.
That's why we do it. We want to turn that crap off and come home and get away from work and all that stuff and come and just watch sports. That's why we watch it. Not for some people like that and people on a 4-letter station.
Yes,
to
that is exactly what he asked there. Are you trying to support the NHL and the LGBTQMFNOP?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shoot. Have you seen that podcast that Zaire does, The Trenches?
Oh, yeah. I've seen every episode.
That is awesome. I saw the one with JT on it, where they brought him on. That was awesome.
You know what? Here, Basil, I don't have a problem with the pink uniforms for breast cancer and the pink.
I don't either. I liked it when it was just pink. I
don't have a problem with that. Because breast cancer is just not a female thing; it is a male thing too.
It's a male thing.
I know a lot of people don't realize that, but it definitely.
I know
is.
some people, some male. I've heard of some males that get it. Yes, absolutely.
And every guy, and I'm almost going to guarantee 90% of men have someone in their immediate family that's had breast cancer.
Yep.
I'll guarantee it. So I'll support that 100%. My mom had it, and so my grandmother had it. So I'll support any cancer there is. I'll support anything that fights it,
Correct.
And that's cool. There's some things, that need to be left out of football though. I agree with that. Politics.
Yes. Politics has to be kept way out.
Leave politics, leave religion out, Military, absolutely keep, because there's so many, NFL players and coaches and stuff that has been or part of the military, we should support the military. I'm good with that too.
Yep.
I'm good with that too. I mean, I am too.
But so I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean for this. I generally don't talk about stuff like that ever, because it's, to me, sports, politics. It's not, or politics and religion is not sports. So I keep that, my opinions on that kind of stuff to myself, and just try to keep it sports. Now, granted, not always. When it comes to Patreon streams, we talk about everything. We talk about cars. We talk about food. I'm the one usually guilty of talking about food starting off.
Yes, you are.
but we talk about TV shows and movies and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, yeah, my grandmother died. I had a great grandmother that died from Alzheimer's. It sucks. It sucks to be there with her and then she not know who you are at all.
There's one for you, Matt.
There is. I've read it.
From Scott. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I would like to do that the week before.
I would too. I would too.
Matt's here every week except for like last week.
Last week, I got in late, but that wasn't a live stream though.
We want to talk about any games this upcoming week. You know, we've already had questions about the Saints game coming up. I'm perfectly fine. Any other games you guys want to talk about? Perfectly fine talking about that. You guys want to talk about curling? Okay, hey, that's a sport supposedly.
I love women's curling. I love the women's curling.
Okay, that's the one topic I didn't think we'd be talking about tonight. Curling. Ooh, okay. Is it time for the Olympics again or what?
Not winter. The summer's coming up this summer. This next summer.
Curling is actually cool. Basil sounds like Doctor Who. Bow ties are cool.
Curling is cool, man. I'm telling you what, I can be up 2 in the morning watching curling, man. I'm telling you what, you're all into it.
It's cool because they play it on ice. Yeah, it's real cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of strategy in it.
There's a good question. Who do the Jags play this week? Give me 5 seconds.
I'm looking it up right now.
Week 8, Jacksonville plays Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Ooh,
1 o'clock game.
That'll be a good game.
I wonder if TJ Watt is also on a wreck for defensive MVP too.
Right.
You know, he leads. I think TJ leads the league in sacks right now. So, but that'll be that should be. But the problem is Pittsburgh's offense is awful, just awful. Game of the week is the Jets at the Giants. So the Jets at the Jets.
So the Eagles are at the Commanders this week. You think they're going to be able to pull it off in Washington? You know, because usually the Eagles coming into the Commanders' palace is
Nah, Eagles are going to wipe the floor with the Commanders.
Not last year.
That's last year. Every year's a different year. It's like saying, "Hey, the Patriots are going to Miami. Do they have a chance there?" I mean, historically, no.
So what about the Seahawks Browns game? What do you think about that?
That should be an interesting game.
Where they're playing?
Yeah, they're playing in Seattle.
Seattle, and they've already said Deshaun will not play that game.
Oh, he's not playing?
That's why it'll be an interesting game.
Yeah. Because
if Myles Garrett puts the team on his back again and they slide, $2-3 to the refs,
somebody needs to check those refs, their families, and see if they got rich real quick, real sudden.
Right.
Yeah, they're on they're on the betting sites.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus.
Baltimore's going to wipe the Cardinals off the face of the earth. Like the
what about the
it's games like that where those are
I got it, Andrew. What about the Bengals Niners game? That might be an interesting game.
That's going to be so the Niners are on a 2-game slide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the Bengals are on a 3-game win streak.
Correct. Yes.
Yep. So something's got to give.
Where they
exactly
that one at?
It's in Candlestick.
It's in San Fran. So
yeah,
that's going to be interesting. But to be fair, the Bengals don't have the defense that the Niners are used to playing against. I mean, they're okay.
Right. But I think because it's in Candlestick, it's going to favor the Niners.
I think the Bengals.
It's 3.5 Niners. It's 3.5 Niners with an over and under of 43.5.
I think the Niners win by 10.
Yeah. I do too, because I think they can't lose 3 in a row. That would be weird.
I think Kyler Murray doesn't come back at all. I think
him and Deshaun
Cardinals
Watson
end up getting freaking Caleb Williams.
I agree with this. Totally. And actually, I think they're going to go find themselves a new quarterback.
Yep. I think they get Caleb Williams.
Yep.
He hadn't had a good look the last couple of weeks. He's been
And you know what's funny? Caleb is very similar to Kyler Murray.
He is. I know. I was just going to say that. Isn't he short?
Well, it'd be a perfect fit. It'd be a perfect fit.
Raiders at Lions, after the embarrassment the Lions had against the Ravens this past week,
the Raiders
are going to get hurt.
I'll tell you, the best quarterback out of that draft is probably going to be the UNC quarterback.
Next
year's draft
from Rosen to Murray to Williams, so quick it's wild. Yep. What up, Van? Appreciate you being in here. Guys, go ahead and smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. There's 14 of you in here. I'd appreciate just hit that like just for fun. We're just hanging out, talking about just random stuff like we normally do on a Patreon stream. So I'm not going to be talking a whole lot about food tonight because I did eat beforehand.
This is once in a blue moon, huh?
Yeah,
this is unusual.
I made
that's
cheeseburger
unusual.
sliders on Hawaiian sweet rolls.
So
sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me. Another game. Let's see what else.
Who's Miami play this week?
The Patriots. They host the Patriots.
We're playing Patriots. I believe it's like Sunday night or something.
No, it's a 1:00 game.
It's a 1:00 game. Okay.
Yeah. I don't expect the Patriots to win that game.
No, I do not. It's what is it? 17-41, something like that. And we got the 41. We got the 41 losses. I mean, we only won 17 times. 17 times
in Miami. Yeah.
In Miami, yeah. We only won 17 times, and most of that was with Brady.
Yeah. They're on. They do not do well in Miami.
Yeah.
The game that I think is probably going to be interesting is Bucks at Bills tomorrow night. That's going to be a fun game.
Actually, they're in Tampa.
No, they're in Buffalo.
I thought they said they were in Tampa.
I'm looking at the stream here. It says,
does it? I thought I heard
Buccaneers at Bills
at Buffalo.
Yep. And let's see, Bills offense has been piss poor in the first half last few weeks.
Oh, yes. I think this year is a slowly changing of that guard, kind of, so to speak. They're still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not good anymore, but I think I don't know what it is. They're still good. They still got the, Diggs. They still got him, but they're lacking that. I don't know if it's defense. I don't know, I can't pick up on it where it was, but it's something that they're missing,
I'm going to go. I don't think any games will be flexed before week 14.
I first read that and I thought it said fixed. I'm like, yeah, one was fixed last week.
And the week before. I mean, if you want to get down and gritty to it, there was a game the week before that was fixed. It was a bad game. Wasn't a Colts game, but
right.
But yeah, I don't see anything before week 14, just for the simple fact that usually they have a set number of flexes that they can do in the season.
Yes, correct.
And they like to do those for when late in the season, possible playoff implication kind of stuff. So
sometimes they put those on Saturdays. Yeah.
The Colts would have a shot, but they'd have to start winning. They would need to be, I would say they'd have to be at least 2 games over 500.
I'll tell you what, though, seriously, all seriousness, if you look at our remaining schedule, we have a very good chance we could win every single game.
Oh yeah,
we the teams we play, we could win every single game.
We could have won every game so far this year.
Yeah, we could have.
Every game, if it wasn't seriously, turnovers has lost us every game that
we have shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Every loss.
Yep. Van has a good question. Says, what grade we giving Shane Steichen so far? Now, Basil says a B minus. I'm going to give him a B plus.
B plus.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with B plus. Yeah, he's doing a good job.
He has made some rookie head coaching mistakes and some decisions that I kind of look at and go, "What are you thinking?" Late in the game against. Okay, so first off, what are you passing out of the end zone for? That was dumb. All right. Another one. Especially after the week prior, you tried to do that. You seen what happened. And it just happened again on you. Duh. If you're going to do something like that, it better be like a really fast screen or something of that nature.
He changed schemes in one of those games.
Play calling at the end of the game on not the last drive where he ended up throwing, where it was just bad. We had 15 seconds left before the end of the game. The drive before that, where we ended up having to punt. Why were we playing so conservatively when we only had a 5-point lead? Right. There was no reason for that. We should have came out and attacked them. And I think Shane knows that now. And that'll, and he when it comes to designing plays, dude's a damn genius.
Yes, he is.
He is. Was it the Jacksonville game where he changed schemes from the first half to the second half? And you guys weren't pressing as much you guys were pressing in the first half, but you guys weren't pressing in the second half.
Yeah, but at the same time, he went away from the run game in the Jacksonville game the week before. That was the big issue.
That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. And he went away from the run game because they kept base defense in 7 in the box, and I'm like, that's classic football.
That's classic football.
Run the damn ball. You got Jonathan Taylor. Run the damn ball.
Run the damn ball.
If there was 9 in the box, I'd say run the damn ball. All you gotta do is get a good movement, a little misdirection run, or
run some jet sweeps
so that the linebackers shift. Right?
Yeah,
so that
exactly.
You can run weak side, get a seal block, and Jonathan Taylor will gone right out the door.
Exactly.
We've seen it multiple damn times.
It's all against Buffalo.
All against Buffalo, huh? Okay.
No, I say all against Buffalo. I said we saw it against Buffalo. I didn't say all against Buffalo. I'm just using that as an example.
It sure sounded like you said all against Buffalo.
Oh, that's my mic. That's my mic. He's not picking up everything. I said we saw it against Buffalo.
Pretty sure the Jets got a taste of that. I'm pretty sure your team got a big taste of that.
Yeah, we got a taste of it in the fourth quarter, against slow Hightower.
The big thing though with Shane,
you guys got Hightower to retire.
This way this team is playing for him. That's the big difference between last year and this year. It's the way this team is playing for him. So last year, if they got behind, they gave up. They just packed it in, done. This year they fight. They fight to the end of the game. And that's nice to see. Finally.
My biggest issue right now is they got to find a way to stop fumbling the damn ball. Right now, 2 of those interceptions against Jacksonville, one of them, stupid decision. The other 2, the ball, it was, frankly, it was a dumb decision to throw that ball, one of them balls too, but it sailed on him. Right. He threw off his back foot and it sailed. He shouldn't have threw it in the first place. He should have, he should have stepped to the side or stepped forward. There was enough room to step forward and throw that football so it wouldn't have sailed on him. AR had that same damn problem, while he was playing, where he would throw off his back foot and it would sail. Quarterbacks got to learn not to do that, period. It's all about, I understand mobile quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel like, you want to throw it because the window's there. It's right now. Get rid of it. But you're moving backwards, dude. It's not a good idea to throw it when you're moving backwards. All right. It's period. End of story. It's like running to the left and then throwing, or running to the right, then throwing to the left. Right. This is just not a good idea. All right. Something bad is going to come out of that most of the time.
Unless your name is Mahomes.
Well, even Mahomes has done stupid stuff like that and got interceptions. Now, generally, when he throws to the left, when he throws crossbody, it's not that crossbody. It's not that far. He's throwing maybe 5 yards to his left.
Right.
Downfield,
Yeah.
but 5 yards to his left. That's not a big deal. If you're on the right sideline and you throw to the left hash mark, that is a dumbass idea. All right.
That's a real dumbass idea. Yeah.
Very good point.
You better have a hell of a gun.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so AR could do that. Huh. No. That was a good game last week, Matt, with the Patriots. I was shocked.
I was screaming at the television until the end of the game because
I was screaming at the television well after the game in mine.
I'm surprised you didn't throw something at it.
But yeah, I had to rewatch like all the game. I caught Sunday night football and Monday night football.
right.
But I missed all the 4:00 games because I was just so mad. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm taking 4 hours off.
Yep.
I'm going here. I'm going to watch some TV. I'm going to eat. I'm going to probably scream out my window a few times. Cops will probably be called,
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was a bad week.
I hate this media talk. They'll go back to Madden saying, except for Brett Favre. No, it's a bad idea for any quarterback. Any quarterback to do that.
It is.
Period.
It is. No, I don't care if he's the best quarterback in the thing. You should not do it.
No, you shouldn't. You'll get lucky from time to time and make something happen.
You'll
But
get lucky and you'll make
the
something
majority,
happen, yeah,
it's a bad idea.
Yep.
it's a bad idea. I don't care how good he is and how well he can throw, but it's not
Because if you're running to the right and throwing to your left, first off, you don't have the power, right? Like your throwing power is cut in half.
Right.
You may still have some power on the ball because you got a cannon for an arm, but still it's half the power than what you think is coming out of your arm.
Right.
Plus, you're crossing half the field, and everybody has followed you across the field, so they have their eyes on you, right?
And if the secondary's in zone,
and
if the secondary's in zone,
everybody knows that ball is going across the field, which means everybody's breaking that way.
Right.
and the strong safety's breaking back across that thing, and he can come across the field and watch that ball come in, and boom, he's got it.
Yep. Daniel, I did not hear the commentator on the Colts game at all the entire game because I have sound off because I'm reacting to the game, and I can't have sound accidentally come in through here because then I will get demonetized, right? Because the NFL.
Let's put it this way, Lawrence. They sound like we sound like right now. They sounded just like we did.
Oh, really?
They were like, there's no way. No way. No way. Even Gene Sarator got on there from that last one. Oh, yeah. And you could tell he was trying to stick up for the refs, but he didn't know how to stick up for that. He just didn't know how. He couldn't say anything.
And I understood why some people, want to say, oh, well, like on the illegal contact. I understand it looked like illegal contact, but to be fair,
yeah, like you said,
it wasn't. It was more OPI because when Cooper made his cut, right there, right? When Cooper made that cut right in front of the end zone or in the end zone and started to move. And Baker had, he was put on skates, and rightfully so. Hell of a move by Cooper. Not going to give, I'm not going to take that away from him. But he had brought his left arm out for balance to keep himself from falling down. And it was working until Cooper put his arm on his shoulder and shoved him down. And that motion brought his right arm up, right? And he's like, this ain't fair. His initial reaction at that point is to grab onto something to keep himself from falling down, right? So, frankly, that's OPI. But that entire sequence was completely null and void because the fumble happened before the contact.
Right.
It shouldn't. This right here. If anything, it should be a no call because there was contact by both receivers, or both the receiver and the cornerback. At that point, it should have been a no call. Either way, the fumble happened. I mean, it was a split second in there. You could say same time, right? Because, it was like 2 frames difference, literally. And I'm running 60 frames per second, and I had 2 frames. So it was 1/30th of a second differential there. So we'll just say same time, okay? Because the fumble happened same time as the contact happened, that whole situation should have been null and void. Flag should have been overridden. Any flag should have been overridden because the quarterback did not have the football, right? The pass was off the table at that point. Should have been a fumble and a recovery.
Well, and then the second call, that was uncatchable.
That was stupid. The ball bounced and landed in the stands.
Exactly. That was an uncatchable ball. I don't care what they say, you cannot catch it.
I heard people's Andre the Giant couldn't have caught that. But people were saying, well, they were saying, well, that receiver had a 44-inch vertical. He would have needed an 88-inch vertical to get a fingertip on it. All right. And that's the badminton.
Those 2 calls back to back, that looked really bad on the league. That looked really, really bad.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was terrible.
At our expense.
But yes, Baker, honestly, it wouldn't have mattered who was covering him. That was a damn good cut, right? Last year, you guys remember when Justin Jefferson did the exact same damn thing to Stephon Gilmore?
Yeah.
Right? And he left Stephon Gilmore in the dust and caught that touchdown.
Yep.
If you guys, sometimes a cut like that is just good and you're going to leave someone in the dust.
But the thing the thing is, though, that Baker didn't do anything wrong. No. I don't want to hear our fans, oh, it's Darryl Baker back there. No, he played it well. He played
it as good as you could expect a cornerback to play that route.
He did nothing wrong.
He got beat, and that's credit to the receiver. Sometimes you just, the only way he doesn't get beat is if he's expecting the inside cut.
Right.
That's the only way he does not get beat on that play. And the odds of, at that point, that's a 1 in 7 chance, because he could go in 7 different directions at that point. He could come in, cut, make a drag route.
Right.
He could go straight outside corner. He could cut back, directly back along the line of or the end zone, the line of the end zone. He could cut back to back corner. He could go post. He could just stop on a dime and turn around. There's so many different things that he could have done. So, yeah, they called it illegal contact, which it shouldn't have been.
It was like, and pass interference on the last one. How?
Look, both of them had arms on each other at that. It shouldn't even been
They were both
even if the football,
That's hand fighting.
even if the football was catchable,
right.
it shouldn't have been defensive pass interference.
No, because they were
hand
both
fighting.
doing it. Exactly.
Dude, if
Yeah,
you
hand
look
fighting.
at the receiver, he had his arm, straight arm, barring Baker off with his
Right.
hand up in the air.
Right.
Okay. If anything, again, that could have been offensive pass interference. Baker holding on to his arm because that arm was directly on Baker's chest, holding him off.
Right.
Right. I mean,
He's pushing off.
Now.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And then the Browns fans come up, well, wide receivers can touch cornerbacks. Now, you can
The
touch.
fuck they can.
Cornerbacks can touch wide receivers. You can't affect them in any way, but you
Right.
can touch them. You watch cornerbacks run down the sideline with wide receivers all the time with a hand on their back all the
Right.
time. Why?
Right.
Because it's a feel game too. It's not just a vision game. It's
Right.
a feel game. You're feeling the shoulders and the back muscles of the receiver. And when they make a cut, then you feel that and you move with them, but
Right.
you can't affect them at all.
Right.
You affect them, bam, pass interference. Same with a wide receiver. You cannot affect a cornerback. Otherwise, defensive pass interference. The only way you can affect a wide receiver is if you're looking back for the ball. At that point, you're both wide receivers, or
Right.
supposed to be considered,
Right.
as both intended targets for the ball. That's when that rule is disavowed.
I agree. It was.
Basil, go back and look. Go back and look. Seriously. He might have been all over him, but the wide receiver had his hand straight arm barred Baker dead in the chest. All right. That is bad. That's called hand fighting.
Yeah, they do it all the time. If you
Yeah,
watch,
we had one in our game. We had one in our game, and they let it go.
it doesn't matter. You can turn on any game,
Mhm.
anytime, and watch a cornerback and a wide receiver go at it, and they're doing it all game long. It's just it. What's up, guys? But they do it all the time. So,
Yep.
It wasn't egregious. It wasn't something that it did not affect the route. It didn't affect anything.
No.
Nothing.
But yeah, the thing about it is, and this is something that I said in my review of the game when I initiated, like right at the damn beginning of the review, my Believe in Colts review with Donald.
Right.
Should have never even came to that point. You never put yourself in a position to where the last drive of the game can be decided by the refs.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I
Oh,
agree
yeah.
100% with that. I agree 100% with that. But the thing is, they did, but they still fought their butts off.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. The turnover, we're in that position, and the game was still taken away from us.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I understand that, but again, we should have won that game by the third quarter. We should have had that game in the bag by the third quarter. And no one here is going to argue that point. I'll guarantee it. We should have been up by 20 in the third quarter. But the way our defense was playing, the way our offense was moving the football against their defense, if it wasn't for the turnovers, if it wasn't for the blocked field goal, we would have been up by 20 heading into the fourth.
Right.
And then you would have seen the traditional Gus Bradley, everybody's 15 yards off, and stuff like that. But the Colts could have won this game multiple times throughout the game, and they failed to, So, I don't like saying, well, this game is, at the end, the refs blew it for us. I look, it's a situation where we shouldn't even been in that position in the first place. That's how I look at everything. Was I mad about the calls? Am I still mad about the calls? Hell yes, I am. Hell yes, I am. I was so ticked off. But, well, you know, the refs need to do better. We got to find a way. I don't know. There's talks about, you know, making all the refs full time or the majority of full time, something like that. Or, you know, because quite frankly, right now, like there's only a select handful that are full time refs, right? A select, and I mean like a handful, like 5, right?
Right.
And but if you do that, that's when you're able, if they're all full time refs, and don't give me this shit of the NFL can't afford it.
Yeah,
Yeah. If they're all full time refs, at that point, then you could start making them responsible for their calls, right? At that point, when they make a bad game changing call, they can be fined because
Well, they should be.
You know, but they can't right now because they're part time guys.
Right.
You know, and you're not going to sit here. The only way you can find somebody is you're fired. You ain't doing it here no more, right? And there are so little refs right now.
exactly.
It's hard to find good refs anywhere. Period. End of story. Right?
Well,
yeah.
Because no one wants to
buy
get
that.
into it because it's such a lose job. No matter who, no matter what kind of game you call, one team and their fans or the other team and their fans are going to be pissed at you at the end of the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those two back-to-back calls, though, just put a cloud
Well, I know.
over
Mhm.
the NFL. I mean, you saw it. Everybody said, "Oh, it's fixed. It's fixed. Somebody's betting on this. This is all."
Well, I think
know,
that's what the betting in the NFL has gotten. Everybody's thinking that now because there's betting in the NFL, and I think that kind of ruined the NFL a little bit.
I mean, I know Pat McAfee brought that up. We need to check their all the refs and their kids and their wives,
their aunts and their
grandparents,
sisters,
and their cousins, sisters, roommates,
but
uncle, partner.
It just looks bad. The whole view of it just looks bad. There was no, they can't review it. And that's what I like Irsay's comments about it. For the last 2 minutes of the game, everything is reviewable, including penalties. And then you won't have, then somebody can take a look at this crap and make the right call. It's not going to go your way all the time, but at least get it right.
I do agree with you on that. That you should be able to, if you want to challenge, you should be able to challenge anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hate this. Oh, it can't be challenged. I'm like, frig that. I'm like, you need to be able to challenge it.
I think you should be able to challenge anything you damn want, but you don't get any more challenges than 2 per half.
Oh no, I agree with that. I totally agree with you, Lawrence. Yeah, but if you want to challenge it, that's what a challenge is.
But here's my question:
you want to challenge whether the roof should be open? I don't give a shit. Use it.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I hate that.
Go right ahead.
But here's my question.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, Lawrence. I hate how they say, "Oh, this is an unchallengeable play." No. It's challengeable. I want to challenge it.
The thing is, though, okay, the last 2 minutes, New York is the only one that can review anything.
Yes.
You can't use a challenge.
Yes. Review.
That's fair. That's fair.
And right now penalties are irreviewable.
Right. That's
all penalties.
But the thing is, if it would have been over 2 minutes, they could have used a challenge to challenge the pass interference one.
Yes.
They could have. But under 2 minutes, you can't do nothing. And
yes, it's not reviewable.
That's why it stinks. It stinks.
Now, yeah, I think here's what we do. We give every coach every game one big red button. You're allowed to hit it one time. And that works for anything, period, end of story. You don't like that somebody's in the tunnel that you're, getting ready to send your guys through. You hit that red button and it gets fixed right there. I want that checked on and challenged. He shouldn't be there. That guy over there, that fan's got a beard. He's looking at my quarterback weird. Let's get
I want that referee out. I'm going to challenge that. I want that referee out of there. He's on FanDuel.
That's like you get 2 challenges per half. You get 1 big red button a game. All right.
It's a good idea. One big, I could see that.
The golden buzzer.
Yeah, each sideline has a golden buzzer right there on the 50-yard line, and you can see the coaches sprinting down the sideline to hit the golden golden buzzer.
It would add a lot of it would add a lot of stuff into the NFL. He's going for the buzzer.
Can he make it? There's 3 seconds left. Can he get there? I'm sorry, Bill. You didn't make it on time.
Bill's hitting the buzzer. Bill's hitting the buzzer because he got the he didn't get the timeout in on time.
On the sideline. And the quarterback of the other team's in hurry up mode. Let's go. Let's go.
He's going for the buzzer. Oh, that's all you can do is laugh about it. That's all you can do.
But Basil, you did see the straight stiff arm that the wide receiver put on Daryl, right? That can be construed as hand fighting. Could also be construed as OPI. I'm not saying it should have been called as OPI.
It's either way. It's 50-50. Yeah, it's 50-50.
Yes, I think that's a 50-50 call. Mm-hmm. Because he did straight arm Daryl Baker with his off arm. All right. I was seeing that and I was like, that,
doesn't matter. It wasn't catchable. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't catchable. Period.
Yeah, the ball's catchable.
Well, catchable is a reference.
Right.
It's an opinion on whether it's catchable. Right. And I'm sitting there going, the hell if it is an opinion. Okay, if something is catchable. If something is 15 feet up in the air, I don't give a shit. It's uncatchable. All right.
The guy can't even hit
Drew Ogletree is on top of Mo Alley Cox's shoulders. Then maybe they could have caught it, but it's doubtful.
Look, Depot wouldn't have caught that ball if he had a trampoline. All right. I mean,
no, he would have broken the trampoline.
Could have caught that ball in his prime with the trampoline.
Okay, maybe when he was like 18, possibly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Before he added the extra 30, 40 pounds, It's subjective till it isn't, right? Subjective. Okay, the ball's 10 feet up in the air. That's catchable. Okay, that's possibly catchable. I could even see 10 foot in the air if Josh Downs was trying to jump for it. Probably isn't catchable, but at the same time, I understand the subjective of he might have been able to get up there to get it, right? 15 feet, there's not a damn player in the NFL or NBA or anywhere that's catching that damn football.
No, when it takes one
NBA
in the stands.
You understand there's guys who are like 7'5" in the NBA or 7'3" in the NBA, right?
Yeah, but most of them can't.
They can go up 10 feet. 15 feet probably if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe NBA.
So Basil, that's what I was talking about. That's all I was saying was, there was a stiff arm there. It was basic hand fighting. I get, egregious or non-egregious, it's still basic hand fighting. It could have legitimately just been a no call at that point, so I'm not saying that I would have been mad if it was, pass interference. If it was a catchable football and they called pass interference, I wouldn't be overly mad because I could see it. If they would have been a no call, I wouldn't have been mad because I could see it. Because, even like you talked about, if Michael Pittman Jr. was stiff arming someone out the way, straight arm, they've always talked about it. You cannot straight arm push off, right?
Right.
Cannot straight arm push off. And if Michael Pittman did it, I don't care if the cornerback's all over him. It's fair game at that point, So, at that point, either call I would have been okay with.
The thing about it is, though, is you look at that, regardless if it was catchable or not catchable, just that what those two going at it, you see so much worse every play. I mean, that was ticky-tacky at best. Very ticky-tacky at best compared to what normally happens between a corner and receiver. I mean,
and quite frankly, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put this in my preview. If the Colts have one or less turnovers against the Saints, we win by 2 touchdowns or more.
Okay.
I agree. I just hope they come out playing like they've been playing and don't come out,
I get you,
just down because of what happened.
But yeah, but it all has to do with turnovers. Was literally, I mean, turnovers have given the other teams all year points. I mean, points upon points upon points. We've given up literally 36 points in the past 2 games of turnovers. That's got to be like some kind of damn record. All right. And that's just 2 games. It's nuts.
Well, Minshew hadn't thrown a pick all year until
I know. He did. I thought he had a pick early. No,
he did. He's right. He's right on the money. On the money.
Yeah.
He had none.
Right. Now that I think about it, because I remember making that statement on Twitter. But look, it all has to do with him making the right decisions. Don't try to throw it in a tight window. He can throw with a little power if he needs to, but he's got to be able to step into the throw to throw with power. Don't throw into a tight window unless you're in a nice pocket. All right, period. Make that decision beforehand. You got to be able to step up to throw that football, to throw with power. I've seen Minshew do it. He can do it, but he's got to have room to be able to step up.
Well, and first and foremost, when you're on the 1 yard line or the 2 yard line, run it.
Yeah.
Run it.
Run the football or a very quick screen. Yeah. Either is something of that nature. I don't mind if you throw the football. Being shotgun, throw the screenplay.
Right.
Right.
Tight end or wide receiver, don't wait for the running back to have to get out in a position. You make sure it's a tight end or a wide receiver screen, when you do something like that.
Or the running back lining up outside.
Yeah. Or, I mean, if you want to run that damn play with, oh my goodness, that Jonathan Taylor moves into Wildcat. I love that play. I mean, I love that play. And Minshew went out for a damn route, dude.
Saw that.
He was ready to either catch the football or block on the jet sweep. Right? That's what he was ready to do. And I was hand that damn ball off to McKenzie. I want to see Minshew take a cornerback out. Yeah. Andrew Luck would have. I'll guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He would have enjoyed it.
Right. But look, in all honesty, I don't want to see designed only quarterback runs for Minshew. Okay. If it's part of the RPO, like both the times that he's ran the football last game, that's one thing. He sees it. He's like, ooh, look, nice little, green. All I got to do is make this one guy miss and it's off to the races. That's fine. Let him have that decision. Don't put him in a position where it's a designed only quarterback run, because I don't want Minshew hurt. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
If Minshew gets hurt, we're screwed. Yeah, we're tanking for freaking somebody. Yeah. I'll guarantee that. Right now, we have an outside chance to make the playoffs still.
Right.
I mean, I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, what? That's crazy. It's not crazy.
Things are looking good right now.
Look at our schedule. Yeah. Look at our schedule.
Turning the football over. Right.
I agree. Right now, you're still looking good right now. But if you lose that quarterback right now, you are. I
mean, that loss to the Browns, that didn't move us at all in the power rankings. They were like, holy shit, I'm surprised we didn't actually move up in the power rankings in the loss to the Browns. The only reason we didn't is because we turned it over.
What that loss really hurt us, though,
the turnovers.
Because Cleveland is in the AFC, and it put them a game above us for that wild card position. Because I think Baltimore's winning the North, I don't think
That's right. You were
Cleveland's
still high up. I saw you guys. Yeah,
And
you
I
were still
don't.
high
I don't
up.
think I don't think it's a give me. I hope Cleveland wins that damn division. I really do.
And
I think they got too many issues on
Baltimore
offense.
is going to be hard to by the end of the season. Baltimore is going to be hard to catch.
I think. Okay. All right. Here's not every team in the NFL has a defense like the Colts, and I know there's a lot of people that's going to be angry with me about this. Colts have a better defense than what people think they do.
Oh, yes,
All
they
right.
do.
We held Jacksonville to 4 of 16 on third down and what was it, 4.7 yards of play. And then we did better or the same against Cleveland. Now you could say, well, Cleveland, didn't have a very good quarterback at the time. Well, Jacksonville's offense has been freaking lighting it up against every team in the NFL except the Colts.
Right.
Okay. That offense, yes, they put up some points against us because of our turnovers, but they could not move the football against the Colts very good, right? I mean, Lawrence didn't have a 200-yard passing game, right? They did not actually do much against us. They just had 4 opportunities inside our 40 to score points.
Right.
Same way with Cleveland. Take that off the board, we win both damn games handily. From what I understand, the Titans have everybody on their team right now available. Everybody. Like Kevin Byard's already gone. He's on the Eagles now. That Eagles team is not losing to anybody else the rest of the year. They're going to finish out 16-1.
Think so?
Yep. I really do. And they still have to play the Cowboys again.
Right.
I think I would not be surprised if D-Hop gets traded.
Get him
Really?
out of the South.
Really?
Get him out of the South.
Tennessee trades D-Hop, huh?
D-Hop wants to win a ring. He went to freaking Tennessee to win a ring.
He wasn't going to win a ring there. He wasn't going to win a ring there.
He wanted to get traded to teams that he thought might be able to win a ring, right?
Yeah.
I would tell him he went to Cardinals because he thought the Cardinals was worth a damn, and I could have told him otherwise.
And I could have told him about Tennessee.
And then the Titans, he was sold on the BS of all we need is a wide receiver. We got a great defense and a running game. We just need a wide receiver.
He had a better chance of going to the Patriots.
Look, if Henry wants to go somewhere else, that's fine. Henry don't scare me no more.
No, not this year. Hell no.
No.
We put Henry on the ground. He had what? Didn't Henry have less than 3 yards to carry against Colts?
Yeah, it had
Sure.
It was like
a running back that was.
I don't remember the exact yards, but yeah,
he had less than 50 yards.
He was terrible. He was terrible, and he hasn't put up back-to-back games.
Henry doesn't look. Henry's still tough to bring down.
Yeah,
but his from stop to go, from the point where he's stopped to the point where he gets the top speed takes him forever to get there now.
Well, yeah,
I know he lost his tread. Last year was his last year. I mean, he was doing fantastic last year.
You've got to get Derrick Henry down early because you can't let him get that head of speed. Mm-hmm. If he's running downfield and you're a cornerback, you're scared to death. But
yes, I know that Ryan Tannehill's not playing.
They lost some offense though. They lost some offensive line though. You got to remember Tennessee lost that off.
Yes,
lost that tackle. They lost who else? I can't remember who else, but they lost some offensive line.
You know who's starting for the Titans this weekend?
Will Levis.
Now, from what I understood,
I told him that. I told him.
Hold on,
wouldn't believe me.
He's starting,
but Malik is playing too.
Malik Willis is expected to play a bunch.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Yep. So that's look, I'm not afraid of Levis or Malik Willis at all. Neither of them can throw the damn football. I'll I'll take Gardner Minshew over anybody on that Titans quarterbacks team.
Okay.
All day, every day. I'll take him over Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm not scared of Ryan Tannehill. Someone said he might be going to Atlanta, and I said, why? They already got some quarterbacks over there. What do they need Ryan Tannehill for?
Ryan Tannehill 3 years ago, he was dangerous.
No, no. I don't. It's not what I'm. That's No, Ryan Tannehill's a good quarterback. Even when he was with Miami, he was throwing some decent. Yeah, it's. I think he's just past his prime. I think he's going to retire.
Agreed. A lot of his now he can still move. He can still run.
Right.
No. That game changing. Now he's never had that like top end Jalen Hurts speed running the football.
Absolutely.
He could hell or run the football though.
Yeah, he knows when to run. He knows when to RPO. Yeah, he knows when to get out. He needs something.
He knows when, hey, I just need 6 yards. I can run and go get that.
I can go get it.
He'll run and he'll slide. And that's
exactly. That's one of his good attributes. He knows when to get out of that pocket and go.
Yep.
But I think
I am kind of
he lost his grip on the ball.
One of the reasons why I'm glad the Colts keep with the zone defense schemes. You know, from Matt Eberflus down to Gus Bradley, and they're zone heavy. The NFL is going to mobile quarterbacks, and have for a while now. Yeah, and you got to be good at zone defense to be able to handle mobile quarterbacks.
That's what Bill's going to.
That's why we beat Patrick Mahomes so much. The Colts beat Patrick Mahomes more than we've lost to him over the last 5 years. Yeah. And it's because we're good at,
zone.
watching him. And keep him in the pocket, that kind of stuff. We should have beat Baltimore all 3 times. The last 4 years, we should have beat them 3 times. Lamar Jackson just became a superhuman in the last 3 minutes of the 2 games prior, which is why they won those games. We won the last one though. So I don't think that the Colts are getting anyone from the Broncos, Daniel.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think the Broncos are giving up anybody
we've talked a little bit. The Colts and Broncos have talked a little bit.
Yeah.
But Ballard's not going to give anything more than a 5th round pick for anybody.
Exactly. If you want anybody from the Broncos, they're not going to give anybody that you want.
I wouldn't give a 5th round pick for Jerry Jeudy. I wouldn't give a 5th round pick for Patrick Surtain. Maybe a 6th round pick for Patrick Surtain, because Patrick is nearing. He's getting up there too.
Yeah, he's getting up there too.
But
he is.
We do need cornerback help bad because of the injuries that we've had.
Right, and that would be good.
That would be a good move, right? Yeah. If we thought that we could make a move for the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. You kind of you're missing your starting quarterback. I think that's a one problem right there.
Like I said, I think Minshew's played very well.
No. I do not down Minshew mania. I think he's a fabulous quarterback.
He's a 65% completion percentage guy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Absolutely. You guys have a heck of a backup.
Backup, yeah. He's a hell of a best backup in the league.
Probably right now,
in my opinion. But he just got to learn to get those turnovers down, which is weird because he's not historically a turnover quarterback.
Correct. No, this was his first turnover. If you looked at all the games he's been in, this was his first turnover.
Last week was, or not last week, but the week before against Jacksonville. Well,
against Jacksonville, but that's a tough defense. So I don't put that on him hard.
Dude, I understand that a lot of people say we should have kept Bobby O, but there's no way on God's green earth that we could have paid him $10-15 million a year.
Let me make a head call. I'll be right back.
No problem. Look, we got linebackers. We are solid at linebacker.
Oh, yes, we are.
We have so many linebackers. We have linebackers that's been oozing out of our team for the last 4 years. I mean, look, we in the last four years, we've had 4 defensive captains on 3 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've had defensive captain, obviously, Leonard, right? defensive captain, Zaire Franklin.
Yep.
Right. Bobby O, defensive captain, is right now defensive captain for the Giants. And Anthony Walker's been a defensive captain for the Cleveland Browns for the last couple of years. So, we just was like regurgitate freaking
linebacker. You, yeah,
right. And I've said that. I told. Who was that? Was it EJ? I think it was EJ. What do you think about changing the name of the Indianapolis Colts to the Indianapolis Linebacker University? So he laughed.
It's true though. Mm-hmm. It's true. Mm.
But look, I think Zaire is a solid. I don't think they're overrated. I don't think Zaire Franklin's overrated. Speed, maybe. I don't think he's overrated because I don't think he's that, he's not a top of the line linebacker yet.
No, but he makes some, he just makes some good
every once in a while. Yeah.
He'll make those splash plays.
Zaire, I'll take 3 Zaire Franklins at linebacker.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Just because of his mentality and the fact, that he always comes with 110%.
He's a dog. He is a dog.
I mean, we lead the league by a large margin in tackles for losses right now.
Right.
And a lot of that has to do with Zaire Franklin.
Well, yeah, he leads the league in tackles still, doesn't he?
Yeah.
When did we
league in tackles? Hold on, let me look.
Did we re-sign him last year to a new contract?
This past season.
Right. So we've got him locked for a few years.
No, Zaire does not lead the league.
He doesn't?
Nope.
Tackles.
He does not lead the league in solo either. He is 4th. Oh no, that's 22. That's 2022. Why does it automatically go there? Yes, combined he leads the league by 7. In solo, it's a mile. Like the next closest guy is Oluokun, and it's 40. He's got 50 solo. So yeah, it's like a mile, right? Difference there.
Yeah, and then I saw that Zaire was the 8th ranked out of the top 10 linebackers currently. Zaire was ranked 8th.
Okay.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Look, I'll take it though.
What does the guy have to do?
Well, he's not like an A1 pass coverage linebacker either.
Who cares?
But he's a Mike. He's not meant to be pass coverage.
Right.
That's the thing. That's what your Will and Sam. Your Sam is meant for sealing the edge if you have 3-4. Right. Otherwise, a Sam is meant for coverage, and your Will is meant for coverage, and your Mike is meant for run stopping. Everybody was pissed off about Anthony Walker. Oh, well, he's not good in coverage. He's a Mike. He's meant for taking care of the tackles, the run game. That's what he's there for. And, making sure everybody's in position. That's his job. And for his job, he does a damn good job. Same with Zaire. For his job, he does a damn good job. The only thing is Zaire is, he does have to drop back in coverage, obviously, because we send only 4. 99, 83% of the time we do not blitz. Like we have the least blitzes in the NFL right now. We've only blitzed 17.1% of the time, right? Blitz the least amount. We're 9th in sacks at 20, but we blitz less than any other team in the league. Right. So that huge props, right, to our defensive line in that situation. But yes, he does have to drop back in coverage occasionally, right? And at that point, you're covering the middle of the field. 99% of the time, well, I'd say 85% of the time, he's covering either dead center or left hash or right hash, depending upon what type of zone coverage you're in.
Right.
So I have no idea. I do not. I am not a subscriber to PFF. PFF goes off not just stats, but they go off of, they grade guys by like looking at them and going, well, I think he's an 85.
Yeah. No, I know.
What? That's literally how they grade people.
Yeah,
So,
I never got that number score. I really didn't.
with quarterbacks, they're like, that's a turnover worthy play. What the hell is a turnover worthy play? All right. I mean,
It's actually a
I
stat.
understand that it's a play that could have ended up as a turnover. I understand that.
Turnover
But
worthy.
damn near every play that is snapped could have been a turnover. I mean, there
Worthy
could be
play.
no one
Yeah.
anywhere around him,
And it could be a turnover worthy
and
play.
he could just drop the football, right? Oh, turnover worthy play. All right, come on.
The guy could be 10 feet away from the ball, and the ball could have dropped next to him, and it's a
I
turnover
mean, we did
worthy
see
play.
that earlier this year where a guy had the football, right? Was it him? Oh, no, it was in the rain. It was in a rain game. No, it was Lamar Jackson, right? Had the ball, was like,
Oh yeah,
squeezed it right out of his hand,
Yep.
right?
Who's that guy that we just signed this week? A defensive tackle. Who is? We just picked up somebody. I think he used to play for the Patriots. He was a 2020 second round pick.
Yeah.
2020 second round pick.
Everybody, look, I remember who you're talking about, and I know who you're talking about. But I don't think it was a Patriots though.
Was it?
I don't think so either.
Texans or who was it?
I think it was the Texans.
Was it the Texans?
Or I think I might be wrong. Oh, there we go. Yep, Daniel says he was on the Texans. Yeah, he was not all that good. He was a practice squad.
I didn't know. I just saw that we picked.
They
up
dropped him to the
somebody.
practice squad, if I remember right, and then just released him, and the Colts picked him up.
Well, they don't say that. They say
hold on,
they,
Mr. Queen.
former second round pick.
I mean, there's a difference between, everybody, people can look and go, oh, I like this, I like that, I like this, but I'm not grading them while I'm doing it. I'm not saying, while I'm doing my all 22, I'm like, well, I feel like he should have done this or he should have done that, stuff of that nature. I will bring out my opinions on stuff of what I see, but I'm not grading the guys off of it. I'm not saying, well, he was an 85 player on this, off this game because of what the all 22 says. You get what I'm saying? I'm not grading anyone off of that. But I get what you're saying though, Basil. Boy, we've lost a lot of people. I guess 2 hours is long for a lot of people, huh?
What are we
do
down
this every
to
week,
now?
man.
We're down to 5.
5.
Oh, he could see the counter.
I can see the live count. I can see the viewer count. I can see the comments. I can see this button here that says remove Matt from stream.
Is that the golden buzzer?
Yeah, the gold buzzer at the
he has
center.
all kinds of golden buzzers. He has all kinds of golden buzzers.
That's the golden buzzer.
Oh, I will give my golden buzzer to Shane Steichen to use once a game. Damn it.
That's funny. That is funny.
Oh. So, what do you? Okay, so you said you agreed with me on the if there's no turnover, if one or less turnovers, we win by 2 scores this weekend.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about your game there, Matt? What do you think your finals, your chances are in Miami?
Slim to none. No.
It's fair. I felt the same way against the Browns. When I was
number
doing my
one offense
preview
in the
on that.
league. number one offense in the league, and we already have trouble winning there. I mean, we are the ninth best defense, but I mean, we don't have we don't have some of our best defensive players on the field. They're injured right now, so especially Matt Judon. So I mean, it's like going up against the number one defense, and you got Gonzalez is hurt. I mean, probably the Jones brothers are the fastest guys. They're probably out too. So I mean, they're the guys that cover.
You don't have what the Eagles have, and
no.
that is you don't have.
We don't have trenches, man. We don't have the trenches, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have the defensive line to be able to get the backfield.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean.
Quarterback to throw early.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, my Matt Judon is gone too. He thanks, but we don't have Jonathan Jones. Jonathan Jones covers Hill.
Hey, good question. All right, who has the best chance to have the most catches this weekend in both games? Daniel asks. I think Michael Pittman ends up with the majority.
Who has the chance to have the most catches this weekend?
I don't know that. Josh Downs,
Hill's going to have the most catches,
Downs, but I don't think that the Saints.
And I'll go Michael Pittman Jr. on the Colts.
And who'd you say in the
Hill? I think Hill's going to have. I mean, Waddle. Waddle could do it. I mean,
do you have a fast corner?
Yeah, we got Pop Douglas.
Okay,
he's real fast. He's twitchy too.
Look, I've said this multiple times. You going up against a top 5 wide receiver in the league, you put your best corner that matches up right with that wide receiver, right, and then put a safety over the top.
I mean, I'll tell you, I want an injury report Friday. I hope we got
with Hill. You need a fast corner to cover.
Yeah,
and then you put a safety over the top.
Well, we have J.C. Jackson. We do have J.C. Jackson, but he's somewhat quick, but he's not Hill quick.
It's like when we were getting ready to go up against the Browns, right? And I was talking to Quincy, right? Quincy Carrier. Yeah. And I said, hey, who's your number one target? He's like, oh, it's easy, Amari Cooper. I say, okay, now who's your second? Because we're going to take Cooper out of the game. Yeah. And he's like, you really think you will? I was like, yeah, because we got a cornerback that matches up well with him, and we're going to put a safety over the top, and Cooper's going to be out of this game. You're going to have to rely on your second guy. And he says, really? And I was like, yeah. And guess what? That's exactly what the hell happened. All right. Juju was against him the majority of the game because Juju matches up well with Amari Cooper when it comes to size and physicality. And that's the kind of guy that Cooper was, size, physicality. So, and then we just keep but in this game, I get where you're coming from, Tom, on Downs, which is a good possibility. I wouldn't be surprised if Granson or Ogletree leads the team in like catches in this game. They have no one in the middle to cover anybody.
Is Kylan playing this week?
For the Saints?
He should. Yeah, because look, the Saints can cover the outside well. They can't cover the middle of the field.
That's true. They do have some corners.
They can't cover the middle of the field for shit. And that is that is Downs area.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, that's tight end area too. And we got tight ends to take advantage of that. And it's time for us to have a tight end game.
Yeah.
We haven't had one yet. We've had games where, Kylan gets 3 catches, Ogletree gets 3 catches, Mo gets a catch. So, you 7 catches among 3 tight ends or something like that, right?
Right.
We've had those games, but we haven't had a game in like over 100 games where a tight end is just like, I'm taking this game over, right?
We haven't had a Dallas Clark tight end game. Yeah. We haven't had a Dallas Clark tight end game.
No. And we have tight ends to do that right now. And they're still all flying under the radar.
Right.
So this could be that game. But of course, I've said that all year.
Any word on Jelani? Any news on him? I mean,
no, he's still progressing. They said there's no setbacks yet, and he's still getting closer.
Okay.
I told everybody week 4, Jelani's coming up. No, No.
He tore his hamstring. It takes time.
That takes a long time.
Yeah, that takes
He
a while.
He might not even make it back. Right. I mean, there's a possibility he might not make it, but I don't see him before week 10. I don't think we see him before week 10.
Was it a partial tear or was it a full tear?
I think it was a partial, but still.
Okay. Yeah. Then you can see him back before week 10. Yeah. Okay. I can say if you have full tear,
full tear, he's done for the season. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
What was up with Juju? Just a quad bruise, or?
As far as
I know, a quad. I don't know what type of quad.
I don't know what type it was. I didn't hear much about it. I didn't go look about it. You know New England. They don't really tell you much about.
No. He's talking about Juju Brents, the corner.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Juju Schuster.
Hey, did you see that Chase Winovich retired?
No, I did not.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, he retired. I think it was today. Yep.
He hadn't been in the league that long.
Nope.
No, I look at that smile, man.
Yeah. What, 3 years, 4 years?
Active.
Well, guys, we've been on here 2 hours. We had a fun blast. I appreciated you guys coming on here, hanging out.
No worries.
No problems.
Sorry I missed anyone. I know there might be someone coming in. Doc might come in late. If he does, sorry we missed you.
Sorry, I know it was 2 hours. I mean, if you come
Clean, Miller, Speed, Basil, if you're still here. I don't know. It still says 5 people, so I'm assuming those are the people that are in here. Appreciate y'all being in here and hanging out and asking us questions, making discussions on stuff. It was fun. I think we stayed on top football topic the entire night, guys.
That's a rarity.
That's incredibly rare.
It's because you ate. You ate early.
You ate, and you start eating early.
If you hadn't eaten, we'd be talking food right now. We'd be discussing, okay, Thanksgiving's coming up. What's your favorite?
Hour and a half? I got to go, guys.
I bought an 18-pound ham. It's sitting in the fridge, damn it.
We'd be discussing your favorite Thanksgiving dessert right now. And,
Hey, sooner or later, man, it's going to be turkey day. Man.
Thanksgiving dessert, that's pumpkin pie, dude. Come on now.
Pumpkin pie, sugar cream pie,
pecan pie.
Pumpkin pie for me, pecan pie for my wife. Banana pudding, actually, I think fits in that as well.
Banana pudding?
Yep.
Banana pudding.
I love banana pudding. Like traditional with your wafers and everything, chunks of banana in it.
I wouldn't say it wasn't good, but
yeah,
I like a good. I like a good Amish peanut butter pie.
Got peanut butter.
Sounds good.
I got 3 pounds.
Oh, the Amish make it.
I don't have
tell
3
you
pounds
what.
now.
Oh,
a pound and a half of peanut butter fudge I bought 2 days ago, wasn't there? I'm about a pound and a half closer to diabetes. Yeah.
Listen to this guy. Closer to time. Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Enjoy the ride.
Exactly.
Look, when it comes to food, to me, I am about enjoying what I eat. I am not going to sit here. I don't care. The doctors, you have to eat kale the rest of your life. You might live 5 extra years. No, I'm having cheers and whatever it is that I need.
Cheeseburgers, fries, and a chocolate milkshake.
You will never see this man go vegan. All right, ever.
Hey, I don't go vegan either, man. I'm animal based.
I can't. If you go vegan, I'm dropping out of the Patreon because we're not talking about vegan food.
Look, I like vegetables and fruits. Like I love me some like steamed broccoli with some cheddar on it or something like that. I love that kind of stuff. I love candied yams. We're talking about Thanksgiving food here. I'm a candied yam guy. Or sweet potato, wherever you want to.
Yeah, I get it. I know what you mean.
However you say it.
Right.
No, yams are two different things. There's sweet potatoes and there's the yams. Yams.
Yeah, but I mean, you can you could do either one. Is what I'm. You can
Right.
candy either one for Thanksgiving.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm a chef. I know.
But they're very similar in consistency and flavor.
Correct.
But I love my fruits and vegetables. I love green grapes. I love bananas. I love strawberries. You know, I love my Granny Smith apples. And then of course veggies and stuff, you know.
Yeah, but you got to have meat.
But yes, I have to have my
turkey's
meat
for.
and dairy products, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meat and dairy products are so important.
Are you a stovetop man?
Yes.
What
I
kind?
use oven or stovetop, either one.
Oh, okay, I know. But what kind of stovetop are you? What kind of stovetop man are you? Which kind?
What do you mean?
Are you a cornbread stovetop? Are you a?
Oh no, I run when I run cornbread, it's in the oven, but it's in a I cook it in the oven.
You might understand what I'm talking about. The box stovetop stuffing. Do you like the box stove?
Oh, that stovetop,
stovetop dog. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a stovetop man?
Or homemade
stuffing?
stuff.
I'll do stovetop stuffing occasionally. Yeah, if I'm not doing it on Thanksgiving.
Okay, that's what I want to know. But you have had.
Oh
that.
well, yeah. I mean,
okay.
If I just want some stuffing on the side to go with something, you know, while I'm cooking throughout the year, fine. Right. But on Thanksgiving, no, that turkey's getting stuffed.
Okay, you're a traditional stuffing man. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with using stovetop stuffing.
No, I'm not. I didn't.
You know, you want some stuffing in 2 minutes or less? There you go.
There you go. I know. I know about the stovetop. I just want to see if he's a stovetop man.
Well, I thought you was talking about, you know, if you make cornbread, and I'm like,
no. I know all about making cornbread and
And I love me some cornbread.
I know. I love me some cornbread too, brother.
I just had ham, beans, and cornbread yesterday.
Oh, right. That sounds delicious.
Oh, and I was so upset because I went to make it and forgot that I didn't have any milk, so I had to use water and butter. Because
it works.
I had no milk.
Yeah, it works. It
does work. You just have to bake it longer.
You can. There is a teeny bit of a taste difference, but it still gives the desired effect.
Yeah. You have to cook it longer, otherwise it stays gooey in the middle.
Yeah. So yes. Correct.
Cook it at a lower temperature for a longer time.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, to make sure all that water moisture is out.
Correct. Yeah, I put it in my skillet. My cast iron skillet. That's how I make mine.
Carrot apple juice. Oh, you can't do dairy or wheat. Oh my good speed. I am so sorry. I can't have any kind of gluten either. It's hated. I can't have it either right now.
I can't live without dairy. Cannot live without dairy.
Dude, dairy and wheat are my staples in my diet. You know, I mean,
luckily, I can have milk, but I cannot have anything that has gluten in it.
I eat cheese like it's going out of business.
Yeah, I can't.
There won't be no cheese tomorrow. I'm eating it. You know, I don't care. I gotta have my cheese. Different types of cheese.
I
love my sharp cheddar and
cheese is a staple of life.
Yes. I mean, that's my go-to snack when I go to bed is cheese crackers and some kind of meat, you know. It is. I mean, I can't help it. It is.
No.
Sounds good. You're making me hungry.
Yeah, eat what you want.
Right there. That's everything. That's the dairy and the wheat right there, right? Because I got my crackers.
Yep, your dairy, your cheese.
That's your wheat product, and then you got the dairy and screw it. You know, I mean, dairy, it comes from a cow. So I'm using, you know, beef summer sausage to go with the cheese on the cracker. Do you put olives on cheese and crackers?
Olives.
You ever see people put the green
Yeah,
olive,
but
pimento green olive?
No.
Pimento green olive.
Oh my God.
They can put them on there for decoration, but no.
I don't care for them myself. I like black olive.
Look,
I am not an olive person.
I love olives. Look,
I love making tapenade out of olive.
If we're having Mexican food, you about damn well guaranteed there's going to be black olives available. All right. Or pizza. I love black olives on pizza. Now, green olives, to me, green olives is something you eat straight out the damn jar. You might have a taste for it. You know,
martinis.
There's not a lot that green olives go in that makes it better.
Martinis.
You know? I've never had one.
You never had it? I like a martini. I like a dirty martini.
I like to be fair, I haven't really had a drink in like many years.
I haven't either, but I still know what I like.
I like, if I'm going to drink, I did have a shot of Jägermeister back when I was went to a restaurant and I had a toothache, and I was like, give me a shot of Jägermeister, and I switched it around, you know, and yeah, that's what I did. But I haven't had green olives in probably 15 years. But occasionally, every once in a while, you know, I wouldn't mind just opening up a small jar of green olives and just eating them out of the jar. That's not a bad thing. You know, they don't go good with much of any. A friend of mine used to use them in his spaghetti sauce.
Yes, my grandmother did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she put olives in the spaghetti sauce. Yes.
Yeah. I was not a fan of that, but
I wasn't either, but I still had to eat it. When you're young, you don't get to choose how the food is made. You just have to eat it.
You got to eat it.
I do like Long Island iced teas, Speed. I haven't had one in years, but they're
I haven't either, but I do like them too.
It's an easy drink. I'll take a girly drink any day of the year.
Oh, Long Island will mess you up. They're not a girly drink.
No. I'm saying it's, when I say a girly drink,
it's a fruity drink.
It's something that's not harsh.
You're
right. That's got a bite.
It goes down good. It got a little bite to it.
Right.
Well, you have to drink them, and you don't realize you're getting drunk.
The trick with the Long Island is you have to make it right. If you make it correctly, you don't taste the alcohol.
Exactly.
But if you screw it up, oh my God, it will kill you. But
I know, Speed. You said Long Beach, not Long Island, but I said Long Island because I don't know what a Long Beach is. So I said Long Island because I know what a Long Island is and I've had them.
There's so many different names for drinks.
I love the taste of black licorice. That's why I ordered that Jägermeister. Now they didn't have Sambuca. I would have rather had Sambuca over Jaeger.
Jaeger's not bad. We used to drink it back when I was younger.
It's just that aftertaste.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Sambuca doesn't have that.
I know. We used to just shoot it.
No, Sambuca will open up your sinuses like instantly.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, I will.
Sambuca's it's like $80 though, but you know,
it's expensive.
I mean, it is an Italian import.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, cranberry juice. Okay.
Yeah, cranberry juice.
Now, like, I remember using to buy. My wife would like to buy those little frozen pouches of mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Like pina colada, strawberry daiquiris,
margaritas.
I'll take that shit. I'll drink it. I don't give a shit. That's a girly drink, and it goes down easy. And it's like
got alcohol in it.
Yeah, it does have alcohol in it.
It's got alcohol.
I haven't had them in forever. Although, like I said, I haven't had much alcohol in a long time. But I like them. You know, I remember when I was 20.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I remember when I was 19, and I was in Fort Wayne, and we was at this bar that was well known for having like big bands, right? And Power Man 5000 was there, And I walk in and they're like, we have tube shots. Anyone want some tube shots? And I said, how much are they? And they said, they're $1 a shot. And I was like, no. How much for the whole tray?
How much for the whole tray?
Do I get a discount if I buy the whole tray? And I bought the whole damn tray. And I don't remember going home that night.
Yeah, I bet.
I bet you didn't go. I'm gonna be like,
but yes, I was 19. But to be fair, I had an ID that said I was 23 at the time.
Oh,
government ID.
Boone's Farm. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yes, I remember Boone's Farm.
Mad Dog 20.
I was getting ready to Mad Dog. You had like 3 or 4 different flavors of Mad Dog, right?
That was the worst. Oh, there is nothing worse than a Mad Dog 2020 hangover. Oh, there's nothing worse.
Oh, I don't know.
That's pretty rough.
The worst hangover I have ever had was a BYOE party, and bring your own everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't
Wild
just alcohol
Buffalo.
There was Skittles, and there was everything there. They had the sugar on the table. There was a lot of stuff at this party, and I remember I started off drinking beer. Probably had about 4 or 5. They were the tall cans too. Coors Light though, so it wasn't like heavy shit.
Right.
And then someone's like, "Hey, I have some Southern Comfort," and I helped this dude drink a 5th of Southern Comfort, and that was the worst night. I can't even smell Southern Comfort now without getting sick to my stomach. I don't remember half that night. That was the night that I, we'll call it, got taken advantage of by 3 different women, and I don't remember.
You got taken advantage of by women.
That's a sad thing there. When you got taken advantage of by women.
And I don't remember any of it. The only reason I know is because they told me about it later, right? But I was in the bathroom the whole night. I was hugging a toilet or the sink the whole night, it seemed like, right? And they would go in the bathroom to do whatever they had to do, and then, I'm like, come on, right?
Take advantage of the drunk hanging over
and
the
I'm
sink.
hungover like crazy.
He got raped by 3 women in the bathroom.
I remember a Harry Buffalo party that wasn't that bad.
Harry Buffalo's, it's good drinking. It's the next day when you eat the fruit that's been sitting in that stuff all night long, and you eat the fruit. Oh my goodness.
What up, Kurt? What's going on, man? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know what that is.
Drambuie. Drambuie is
I know Drambuie. Yeah, never had it.
Huh. Yeah, I remember I hosted hosting a Harry Buffalo party one time. And by the time I got to getting any drinks, there was no liquid left. It was just the fruit. And that's what I ate. It was all the fruit.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
That was a bad
got it in there.
That was bad, because there was a lot of Everclear in that.
You don't want to drink anything that you can light on fire and it will burn for a half an hour. You don't want to drink it. Plain and simple.
Or eat it.
Yeah, you just don't. It's not a good idea.
Nope. So, but hey, Kurt, I'm sorry. You're actually caught the tail end of this. Well, we already talked about football for 2 hours, and I don't know how we got on the alcohol, but
because you already ate.
You ate food, and then
course. I'll tell you what, and I've already said this once, and Tom said it with me. If the Colts have 1 or less turnovers against the Saints, they win by double digits at least.
Yep, 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. That's my prediction. 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Kurt. We were just hanging out, talking, and it started getting late, and then we just started talking about, our past.
The good old days.
The good old days. Right. Which, when it comes to these Patreon streams, usually the good old day conversation comes about an hour prior to now. Right.
True.
But yeah, there was a time when, like, I would drink the whiskey, like your classic Jack or Jim or something like that, and then I realized that stuff's too rough. It hurts your stomach too much. I'm done.
The thing about it, I mean, I bartended for probably 10 years. I owned my own nightclub at one time, and Jack Daniels was my drink. I mean, it got to the point where I would go in and I could drink a fifth and not even feel it. I mean, it was just,
wow.
That was it. And then I switched Gentleman Jack. If I drink Jack now, it's Gentleman Jack because it's smoother than Jack. But now I drink Amaretto Di Serrano sours, Amaretto sours with Di Serrano. It's good.
Yeah.
It is good. It's expensive, but it's good.
Yeah.
But I don't drink that much anymore anyway. Just
I don't either.
Those days are gone.
Yep. Same, unless I have a toothache.
Yeah, well,
quick shot.
Well, you got the cure for that.
It kills that pain instantly,
it does.
And then your face kind of starts to get. I found out. I was talking to a doctor the other day. If your face gets flush off one drink of alcohol, you're allergic to it.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
So apparently I'm allergic to alcohol, which would explain why I quit drinking at an early age. Because my face, I would get flush and hot as soon as the shit touched my lips.
Really? Well, maybe that's
even a beer. Even a beer. Yeah.
I very rarely drink beer anymore. I'll after like mowing the yard on a hot summer day, after you're finished, pop a cold one, drink a beer.
I used to drink long necks. It was no thing to go through 3 or 4 of them going bowling when I was on a league.
Yeah.
Every weekend.
I can't do it anymore.
Can't. My dad, last thing my dad ever bought me food drink wise was a case of long neck, Bud Light, blue bottles.
They are blue. They're baby blue.
They're baby blue. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, and not a single one of them got drank. They sat in there for 2 years in the crisper. I didn't have the heart to tell them.
Right.
But it is what it is. Oh. Yeah, I quit. It's probably about time I quit speed. Probably around in there. Drinking. Got to the point where I actually preferred a sober life. I actually liked being sober. I actually enjoyed life as it is. I know people drink to, you're not having fun unless you're drinking. My ass. You can have all the fun in the world. Drink. It's actually more fun not to drink and be around the drunk people.
Oh yeah, because then you get to see how
idiots. I've done it most of my life. I've done it most of my life. I was the designated driver.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I used to be able to drink. I was probably one of those people. I could drink and act like a fool, and I drank a lot. But now it's like I'll drink, but it's like I can have maybe 2 drinks and that's it. And I'm done. I can't do it.
See, drinking
30 years ago, I could drink 20 drinks and keep going and no problem.
You have all those types of drunks. You have the loud drunks, you have the quiet drunks, you have the mean drunks, you have all these different types. Yeah. I was the center of attention, loud guy. They say that, drinking brings out you.
Yeah.
Right. Your inhibitions. So, you become more what you are on the inside. And I was a talkative, loud dude, you know, that liked to sit here and be the center and talk. And that's what I was. Then I realized, you know what? I don't need to drink to be able to talk to people. The football drunks, Carnage. What's up, Carnage?
That's us.
The football drunks.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I could say I actually got drunk. It's been a long time ago.
I can specifically. Yep.
The 90s.
A friend of mine had what he called a bitch be gone party. Day after a divorce.
It probably was in the 90s the last time because, yeah, I got a DWI and yep, that was it. I said done. I'm done.
I remember that night very, very vividly because I remember sitting at a table and they were having they went out and got 5 fists of Jägermeister, and one of those I drink, then the next person drinks, and then the next person drinks, and then the next person, around the table, 6 of us around the table.
Yep.
Come to find out, 2 times around the table, it was this person drinks, then I drank, then that person drank, then I drank, then that person drank, then I drank. And I was so trashed that I ended up throwing up all over dude's upstairs bathroom. Like I was on the toilet and then leaned over to the sink and just covered the sink. And I was too drunk to clean it up. And I went downstairs and told him about it. And I said, I'm sorry, but if I try to clean it up, I'm going to make it worse. You know, because I can't even stand up. I had to walk down the stairs on all 4s, backwards. You know, I was that bad because I knew that if I tried to walk down the stairs, I was going face first. You know? So, yeah, I quit drinking. It got to the point where being drunk wasn't fun, and I realized being drunk wasn't fun.
Well, it wasn't fun, but you saved a lot of money when you didn't drink. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But alcoholism is a hard thing to deal with. My mother was that way for half my life, and it's tough. Yes, absolutely is.
My father was a functional alcoholic. Probably had some reason why he died, but yeah.
My grandmother left my grandfather because of that, you know. So yeah, I know. It was called being young and adventurous. And then I got old and past any usefulness. I could say that about a lot of stuff.
True.
Lots of stuff. Well, guys, we actually stayed an extra 30 minutes past. Carnage, final prediction. We'll go ahead and repeat what we said earlier. If it's 1 or less turnovers, Colts win by 2 touchdowns or more.
Yep.
Saints do not have a good defense. Just FYI. At all. And Olave might not even play in that game. So
31-21.
There you go.
That.
I know last week I had the Browns beating us by 2 touchdowns. But then again, I didn't expect our offense to perform as well as they did against the number 1 defense in the league. I don't think anybody expected 77 points in that game.
No, nobody did.
Nobody expected that. Oh yeah. Now that's a number I can get behind.
I'll take that.
I'll take this too. Come on. I mean,
I'll take 3-0. I'll take 3-0, but
all right, everybody.
Full prediction, I'll say 28-10.
38-17.
There you go. I like that.
That's if there's 1 or less turnovers. I'm not giving my prediction on either one of those channels tomorrow that I'm supposed to be on, because they're going to look at me and go, what?
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, you want to know what? You'll have to come to my channel and check out. But at least I'll book. To be fair, I haven't really watched a whole lot of the Saints this year. So it'll be good to learn a little bit about the Saints tomorrow. But guys, I got to get up early in the morning. I got a lot of stuff to do. So
Me too.
Appreciate you, Tom. Appreciate you, Matt. Both of you coming on, hanging out with me for 2.5 hours, along with everybody else in the chat. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button, share, and until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. That's Tom. That's Matt. This was Patreon. And until next time, as usual, have a good one.